Welcome back to the Barely News Crew, everyone. I'm your host here, as always, Alexis, and today we bring you another movie review, hopefully the final installment of the Hunger Games franchise, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 stars Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, and Donald Sutherland. Mockingjay Part 2 deals with the rebels finally turning their guns on the Capitol for the fight and soul of Panem. I will just tell you off the bat that I really like the movie. But man, did it take a while to get there. Let's just dig into what's not well with the movie. The pacing is just bone-crushingly slow. For the first half of this movie, it just feels like more and more setup and more build-up, which we just had a whole part one to go into that. And it just keeps retreading the same old ideas. I, for one, am just tired of seeing these book movies, if we're going to call them that, being split up so needlessly into two movies because it just doesn't work. Either one of them sucks or both of them just don't end up building up to anything meaningful. It just felt so needlessly dragged out. Let's dig into some really good stuff here. Jennifer Lawrence, in my view, is consistently the best actress throughout all of these movies, and she single-handedly elevates all of the subject matter in these movies to a whole new level. I mean, I'll just say this. She was born to play Katniss Everdeen because she is Katniss Everdeen. And above anything else, she is still flawless. What these movies really do well is the whole political aspect of it. That really is what sets it apart from other young adult novel franchises. It really just feels more real and authentic because it really delves into the political nature of war and propaganda that we're unfortunately only so familiar with. Mockingjay Part 2, for me, especially excels when we hit the action sequences. Beautiful and suspenseful sequences that are just creepy beyond nature. There was a good moment in there where I wanted to close my eyes. That's how terrified I was. Dear God. And it all just adds to the fact that Mockingjay, above else, is a war epic. It truly does remind you the cost of war. And it really just tells you the truth. No matter what side you're on, there will be consequences. Innocent lives being taken. And this movie does that in a very poignant manner. But in the end, I was just underwhelmed and disappointed because having read the book, I just expected a higher magnitude in terms of Mockingjay Part 2. It was a great war movie. There were great action sequences, but I just wanted more, and I didn't get that. Satisfying conclusion to the Hunger Games movies. Even though I would have liked to have seen so much more than what I got, it's still worth your time. Go out and see Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, hopefully the last Hunger Games movie ever. Thank you for watching this movie review. I am your host, yours as always, Alexis, and remember, you're always welcome to the Barely News Crew, the place for all things movie news and reviews. Bye-bye.
See, if you're gonna do it, at least know how to whistle. I can't whistle it out.
At one point, this balloon was just losing its helium or something, and it was just falling down, and I just kept looking at it, and then it just to the point where it was blocking the projector, and everybody was just laughing at that. And when somebody finally got it, there was thunderous applause. So that was our movie.